Welcome, everybody, to another Perry's Inside Scoop with Orange Head Football Coach Dino Babers. It is Game 3, but the first at home and against number 1 as the Orange take on Clemson. Saturday night, prime time, sellout, homecoming, Tim Green, 59 team. There's a lot to digest here, Coach. How do you manage it and message it to your team?
Well, first of all, we've got a game to play. We need to stay locked in on the game, but the whole atmosphere of campus and the community with it being homecoming week, obviously they feel that when they go to their classes, they feel that when they go into the community, and it should be an exciting time.
I know you put thought into this because football coaches do. What are you doing inside the building to maybe get the best aspects of what's happening outside the building, or maybe you aren't? I mean, how are you exposing your team to it? Or are you completely shielding them off? What do they know?
You know, they get to feel it when they go to campus. They get to feel it, and they're on campus every day for classes. Sure. And now when they get back, you know, we need to lock them in on the process. You know, we didn't play well the last time we went out there, and we really need to have a different type of team show up on Saturday if we're going to have the results finish the way we'd like them to.
So you've used the expression reboot and refocus. You lost by 43 points on Saturday. How, if at all, does that help in terms of you clearly have to get the ear of your team and whatever? That was a comeuppance in a way.
You know, it's a reality check, you know, and we need to see a different team out there on Saturday. We need to coach differently Saturday. And that doesn't mean we will win the game, but we need to see it. And sometimes this is not about the score. This is about what are we putting out in the football field, and are we proud about what we're putting out there, regardless of the score. Someone goes up against Mike Tyson, they get knocked out, they're like, oh, you can't fight. No, you fight Mike Tyson. But it's whether you went in and put a battle in, okay, and really took it to him where you had a chance to win the fight. That's what I want to see, what kind of fight we're going to have when we come out. You
know, the games against Clemson the last 2 years have represented your team at its best. To what do you attribute that to, and how do you harness that this time around?
You know, it's one thing. The first time we played them, we lost 54-0, okay? The second time we played them, we caught them at the Dome. The Dome was rocking. It was loud. Well, their quarterback got hurt the way our quarterback got hurt the first game, and another quarterback had to come in and function in that atmosphere. Okay, that helped us. And then Eric Dungy and the offense made some plays, and we won a very, very close game. Going down there the next week, their crowd had a huge effect on us in the fourth quarter. I want to say we had 5 first downs in the fourth quarter. We get 8 or 10 first downs, the game is over. They never get to do their 2-minute drive. We would win again. So the home crowd won that game for them. We need our home crowd to show up, and we need them to affect the point spread, affect those 5 stars, and give us a chance to hit them in the head with a flat stone with a slingshot.
You know, it's called Death Valley for a reason. It is an intimidating environment for anybody to go into, and the Dome has been over time and can be again, and this is really what you're tapping into, right? If you're talking about the first sellout in 20 years. And for both teams, there's going to be players not used to that environment. What would you say to your team about it?
My team's been there, except for the freshmen, and most of those freshmen aren't involved really in what we're about to do in this game. They're going to be used to it, okay? But I want them to feed off the crowd. I want them to feed off that energy. Now, it can't be nervous energy like it was last week. It has to be focused energy so that you're doing the right thing, but when you get the opportunity to do something physically, you let the crowd really see what you're all about.
Well, I love it. You can speak right to the crowd because in this case, we're asking for the crowd to be there early. We're asking for them to take in all the things that are going on. There's a concert up at Skytop. There's a lot going on in terms of the quad experience with the Cuse on the Quad, a concert there, and much more to bring to fans, certainly in this game, because you're talking about homecoming in Orange Central, and all of that's rolled into it. A lot to digest, and there'll be time for them to hear your message.
I hope so.
Tim Green having his number 72 honored. When you think back about the best players in the 80s and the most representative players in Syracuse football history, what stands out about 72?
The thing that stands out about me is the way he carried himself. His whole demeanor, everything was upright, everything was pure, everything was honest, the way he carried himself on and off the football field, not only as a college player, but as a professional player, and somebody that a lot of people can look up to.
Well, the quick nod to the 59 team as well, 60 years since the title. They just got picked in the top 40 of that ESPN list of the all-time best college football teams. And I know you can appreciate 5 shutouts. They gave up less than 60 points for the year. 59 in 59.
59 and 59. I can remember it. That's a fact that I can remember. That's big time.
I like that. All right, our Perry's fan question of the week comes in from Max in Manoa. And Coach, he asks, what will it be like to coach in front of a sellout?
You know, I talked about that the first time I got here. I had a vision, and I hope that I can take a moment to take it all in, because it's really an emotional thing, and it's something that I'm really excited that's going to happen, not only for the players on the football field, but for the community and the administration and the student body, to say that they were there, they were part of a sellout in the Dome, and then after all that's done, you know, win, lose, or draw, I hope that we put out a type of performance that everybody can be proud of.
Sure, and folks, you can submit your own questions at cuse.com/inside scoop. Hope we can use one of yours on the show. There's also information about how you can get Perry's ice cream delivered to your home, which is a great way to work through the weekend that opens with Orange football against Clemson on Saturday. Quick thought on the game, Coach, going into it. Travis Etienne ran for 200 yards last year, and that's before you even get to a quarterback that apparently walks on water, from what we've been led to believe. Trevor Lawrence is as good as they get in college. How do you wrap your arms around what the most important things are to do this week?
We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of the football. We need to get a break in the special teams, and we need them to help us. And we need our crowd to take our 2 stars and 3 stars and make them 4 stars and 5 stars.
I like that little boost there. Anything from your team that's been a message? I know certainly tackling was an issue against Maryland. And what are the most important things that you've been addressing on the practice field?
Definitely the tackling. And then the second thing is do your job. Don't do more. Do your job. And once your job is done, you can go help your buddy. But you can't go help your buddy if you haven't taken care of your own house first.
Okay, lots of anticipation for this game, Coach. Really, literally, it's been months despite your efforts to focus your team one game at a time, but now you get to go out there and do it, so we wish you the best this week, okay?
Thank you so much, Matt.
Orange Head Coach Dino Babers each week right here in the Perry's Inside Scoop.